told him. He just told him why he fucking made the decision, right?
And let me say this too. Like, I don't want a bunch of people. This has come up recently with Street Fight, right? I don't want a bunch of people walking around saying I did them dirty. Like, I don't want anybody. I don't want one person walking around saying, hey, man, those guys did me dirty.
Right.
Like, I don't want that.
No.
So, like...
Well, just some.
And even as a human, right? Like, even as, like, just Brian Quinby, the guy that lives in the world, don't count Street Fight, don't count any of this business stuff. I don't want people thinking that Brian Quinby did them dirty. Ever. You know? I don't want, like... somebody I'm friends with to be. I've talked about the guy that I used to hang out with in my 20s that I was mean to all the time, and he stopped coming around, and I don't want him rocking around feeling like I did him dirty. And if I had the opportunity to sit down with him and talk to him and tell him I've changed and I apologize for all the things I did, I would fucking do that.
Yeah.
But this guy, he has this guy that obviously feels like he did something evil to him, okay, or to his wife. And I feel like if I was the doctor guy, if I was the one that did the firing, I would want to, like, explain myself, clear it up. But what I think is, he didn't have no reason. He didn't have a good reason to fire her. He fired her for no fucking reason.
Yeah.
If you tell somebody they're fired for, and you don't tell them why, no explanation, and then you try to deny their unemployment.
The denying unemployment is stupid.
Yeah. It seems like you're just a person that doesn't care. You're just a callous person that doesn't care. That's maybe, freeing up money on your, you're just freeing up money on your payroll. Because they said they put a job listing out for somebody that doesn't work in the medical field or anything. So my guess would be that there was this woman that was making a pretty decent amount of money because she had some kind of certifications or credentials. And then they were like, well, this job doesn't require any certifications or credentials. So we could just hire somebody for $9 an hour.
Yeah. Which is, I think bad business idea in my opinion.
I don't know.
I would think that you want the most educated people involved with what you're doing, even if they're not practically doing, they know the ins and outs of it if they're going to be in the environment.
I also have a real thing about, like, there have been places that I shop, there have been places that I frequent where there is a particular person there that I like, and when they disappear, I'm like, I don't need to go back here.
Yeah.
I don't want to go back there. I came here because I like this cashier.
Yeah.
I came here because I like the manager. I came here because I like this barber. Like, why would I keep coming back here?
Yeah.
So you don't want to be firing people that are, like, that integrated in with your customers. But you know what? I'll bet he's fucking... I mean, it sounds to me like they're shit talking this woman too. And there's, maybe there's another side of the story, because part of me, it sounds like a theft thing, like they're accusing her of stealing something.
You are.
No,
Is that what they said?
I'm not. No, but they fire a woman.
I didn't hear that.
But I'm reading between the lines in that they fired this woman without cause. They didn't necessarily tell her why, or she didn't tell her husband why, and denying unemployment.
Yeah, that's a big offense.
Is just like
I got unemployment on some real bad.
Oh, I done some shady
endings.
Shit. Yeah,
with jobs.
But I don't think she did. Who knows that? I believe that this is a small business tyrant. A lot of doctors are small business tyrants.
True.
And I do believe that she probably got fired without cause because they were trying to clear up money. For the year, for this quarter, the doctor wanted a jet ski or something, and that's what happened, and now he has to deal with it. And I do think there should be just 2 hours on there should be a TV station that's like 2 hours where people settle their petty grievances. They just sit them down at a table like me and you are right now. We face each other, we look right in each other's face, and we sit down and we talk about the thing.
People's court.
But no judge,
people
no moderator.
15 minutes of fame.
Yeah. No judge, no moderator.
No, they just get to get off their chest. It's just millions of people are watching right now.
So we're going to talk.
I was just so fucking mad when they did that. Woke up mad with my teeth clenched,
But I do feel like the doctor owes this dude some explanation.
Hey man,
I'm with you.
I mean, I don't want to get anybody that riled up, and I would love to I would love to meet them face to face. I mean, it is kind of, it's on you, Doc. What are you gonna do?
Yeah. Fucking, you better debate this guy or have a conversation with this guy, or I'm going to be sick to my stomach at you. I'll hate you. Here's another story in wife news.
Okay.
Wife news this week on Street Fight. This is from BuzzFeed News, and I just saw this, and I was like, this is the other side of having a wife or a husband, right? That I saw. The wife of a Republican California representative, Duncan Hunter, changed her plea from not guilty to guilty in a San Diego court on Thursday, admitting that she and her husband misused more than $200,000 worth of campaign funds for personal gain. Margaret Hunter admitted in court that she and her husband used the funds as their personal bank account, according to the U.S. Attorney's Office. She pleaded guilty to a single count of conspiracy to defraud the United States, for which there is a maximum sentence of 5 years in prison.
No.
Yeah,
Oof,
I mean,
bad deal.
We're talking about Republicans here, so fine. You know what I mean?
I think the only honest way to do it is plausible deniability.
Really?
I think that you need to have one fall guy in your relationship that does everything wrong, and that the other one can't even have the money app on their phone. Like if you get thrown into court, they can be like, I had no idea what the money was going. I didn't know that the business was a front for that. You know,
yeah.
That's what they need, like plausible deniability.
That's me.
So like, but if you're scheming together, if it's both of you together, all of a sudden you can someone can tell.
Yeah.
Right. Like my wife can't tell on me. She's just gonna be like, she could pass a lie detector test.
I didn't know motherfucker was doing it.
I don't know. He said it was bikes. He was doing bike work in the basement. I didn't know that was bricks. I didn't know one bike was a brick.
Margaret Hunter admitted in court that she and her husband used according to U.S. As part of the new plea agreement, she is also required to help the investigation of her husband and any others involved in their crimes. You shouldn't be allowed to do this,
man. You can't. This is like the opposite. This is like
I know.
Like you wouldn't tell on if you would protest for your wife, you wouldn't tell on your wife.
I would never.
You would never tell on your wife
ever. I don't care what the fuck she did, Brett. I'm not telling on her.
I know I would never, and she wouldn't either. I mean, we're like down just for whatever. It's like no, we don't want to involve them. Don't worry about them. Like they don't know. I don't know. None of us know.
And like if
so
the police
you're talking a bunch of fucking dummies here that all had our minds erased right now.
Yeah. If the police come to my house and knock on my door, my wife knows that she's supposed to, like, I don't know where he's at.
I don't know.
And then call me and be like, hey, they was just here. You know what I mean? Like that's
nobody knows.
Everybody has to have that conversation. You know, there's like the police come to my house. You got to say, I don't know where he goes.
Yeah,
you know, he's just out there with the car. I don't know what he's doing. And then you buy him some time, get out of town. You know,
right. Sure.
That's crazy to me that you would. How do you turn on your husband? I got to read more of this story to find out.
What were they doing? Oh, they were spending campaign cash.
$200,000 they got into,
and she was like, she knew she got a purse. She knew they went on some vacations.
Margaret Hunter admitted in court that the couple used the funds to go on expensive trips, including to Las Vegas, Disneyland, and Laguna Beach, California, as well as a $10,000 trip to Italy. They also spent the money on golf shopping sprees, private school tuition for their kids, dinners, and plane tickets for their pet rabbit, Egbert.
No. Be modest.
I know. These French people don't know how to steal because they don't understand money.
Are they French?
I said rich people. Oh. Rich people have
they go for broke.
Yeah, they don't know what
they're greedy.
Yeah, $200,000 is so much money, dude.
That's greedy.
I know. $200,000 is so much money. Somebody's gonna notice $200,000 is fucking missing. If this was me and you, and me and Brett are like a married couple, and where one of us is a congressman, the other one's the wife, we're probably stealing $20,000 at the most out of the. I'm sure everybody steals campaign funds for this stuff. But they don't take $200,000.
You take a vacation. I mean, we do that. You take vacations, but you just plan an event at the vacation. Like, that's how you pay for it. Like, you can go wherever you want in the world as long as you set up an event. Doesn't matter whether you make money or not. You just need to have receipts to put on a fucking paper. But you don't put your child's tuition on it. Like, you have to do that from your regular money.
They fucking
They got greedy.
They bought a plane ticket for a rabbit.
Yeah, too much.
It's like, get out of here.
Yeah, you know, I get crazy sometimes. I'm like, I don't know. Should we write off these cigarettes as a business expense? You know? They put a rabbit on an airplane, probably in first class.
Oh, I know. Well, they're not going to put it in coach. They're not sitting in coach, you know?
Right.
Between 2010 and 2016, the couple concealed their alleged crimes by designating the expenses as campaign related, she admitted. So they was just...
We do that.
Well, yeah, but she's just like, oh, yeah, the rabbit got to come with me, man. I can't fucking go over to Italy without the rabbit, Egbert.
You know what? Always say is cost of campaigning, you know? That's just the cost of campaigning. You got to pay for the most premium rabbit food, right?
Oh, shit. This next sentence is about to blow your mind away, Brett. This next sentence in this story.
I'm ready.
When the pair were first charged last year, Representative Hunter seemed to blame his wife for the controversy.
Oh, no.
She was also the campaign manager, so whatever she did, that'll be looked at too. I'm sure, he told Fox News. But I didn't do it. I didn't spend any of the money illegally.
See, this guy blew it. He's the problem.
Yeah.
She's the fall girl, right? She's the one that's doing everything. But he was supposed to just be like, I don't have anything. I have no idea what's going on. Then he started saying like, I think she was actually fudging the numbers.
Yeah.
I think she was covering some shit up, not me.
What a fucking coward. I would have just fallen on
stupid.
the sword.
Just say stupid. Just play stupid.
You don't have to answer that your wife might be involved.
No. You just have to say like, honestly, I'm worried about running a campaign. I don't know what's going on with the money. You'd have to talk to my campaign manager. And then let her handle all of that.
Yeah, let her lie.
Yeah,
like she's probably good at lying too.
Right.
Like she probably had the lie figured out.
She's prepped. And then you went and threw her under the bus. You were just like, I mean, honestly, she did some shady shit. Like, come on, guy. Just play dumb at least.
That's fucking crazy. Like, what kind of a fucking morals do these people have?
I know.
You know?
Cutthroat, dude.
These are the morals. These are the Republicans that are like the moral degradation of
these
society.
Are Republicans?
Yeah, and it's like, dude, you're fucking snitching on your wife's snitching on you. It's a whole fucking thing.
Trying to set each other up.
This is family values to you?
Yeah. But this is all of them to me.
Really?
None of them. I mean, which one? How many conservatives would you trade lives with?
None. Zero.
Right. Exactly.
No.
Their lived experience is miserable and weird and very fucking dramatic in the worst possible ways.
Right. And when you look at like I don't know. I just can't imagine being in a relationship where like you feel okay flipping on your partner. You know, like that. When I saw this story, because we don't cover stuff like this ever.
Don't do it.
But I saw that story and I was like, she turned on her husband, and then it's like he turned on her.
Right.
These fucking people.
It was a defense that she was doing.
Yeah, evil as shit. That's crazy to me. Flying a rabbit anyway. It's like, come on, you can fucking.
I know. They should have been shut down. They do need to be shut down.
Well, it's rich people don't know how to steal because they don't know what a lot of money.
Extravagant, right?
Yeah, they don't understand. Like, if you're gonna steal, if they would have taken 20 grand,
right,
from like whatever the big war chest is, they'd have been fucking 100% fine. But I feel her
groceries on there, but like they put tutoring, they put private school like. Tuition, I mean.
I feel her though, like sort of. I feel her in doing what she did because she's probably sitting there and she's like, you know, this fucking dude, like nobody's even running against this guy.
Yeah.
Because he's probably like one of those guys that doesn't have a challenger at any of his stuff, and she's probably like, you know, what? Like we got to make some yard signs, maybe some bumper stickers, and then we just got all this money.
There's a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot of money. Yeah, and she's probably looking at it and she's like, I want to go to Italy. I've been working so hard on this campaign.
Yeah.
And I'm staring at all this money. I'll really use some time in Italy.
Yeah.
$10,000 vacation.
I know.
Jeez.
That's nice.
Jesus.
That's nice. I want to do that, Grift.
Yeah.
I'm going to get in the news for this shit. This is the type of shit I want to be in the news where like me and you are fighting in court. You're like, Brian will just be like, I don't know shit. It'll say on BuzzFeed, Brian Quimby, I don't know shit.
Yeah, I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing about anything.
And then it'll be like, I'll release a renegade like 4.5 minute explainer video on why everything went down.
Yeah,
it wasn't my fault.
Well, I guess the campaign started for Trump.
Oh,
he officially kicked his campaign off this
Is there
week.
merch, you mean? Is that what it
There
means?
is. I don't know if he's doing MAGA, though.
You can have
Let me
merch.
check him out here looking at the
Keep
picture.
America. CAGA?
He's not wearing the hat. And, keep America great. It's just CAG. Keep America great.
CAG, okay. CAG, motherfucker.
They're all wearing MAGA hats, though. Like everybody in this thing in this audience.
I don't want them to buy new stuff. Just keep your old junk, right? We don't need new merch made.
Well, he's probably going to make
CAG.
some. Yeah, keep America great.
Okay.
So that's what we're going to deal with. President Trump delivered a fierce denunciation of the news media, the political establishment, and what he called his radical opponents on Tuesday as he opened his re-election campaign in front of a huge crowd of raucous supporters by evoking the dark messaging and personal grievances that animated his 2016 victory.
All right. Where was he at?
Orlando.
Oh.
Perfect place for him.
Yeah, fine.
Orlando seems like just the place for a CAG meeting, a big CAG thing.
Right.
Okay. Almost 4 years to the day since he announced his first improbable run for public office from the basement of Trump Tower in Manhattan, Mr. Trump mocked and disparaged Democrats, calling them the leaders of an angry left-wing mob and declaring that the 2020 election will be a verdict on the un-American conduct of those who tried to undermine our great democracy. Undermine you. Is what he's saying.
Yeah,
He's like, they're trying to undermine y'all.
I know, but so many people believe that. I mean, of both, like Democrats too.
Yeah. I mean, I do think that they're like, you should just give him a chance to do his thing. Remember when he first won?
He has a sliver. He has a sliver of what people don't like. The people are like some people are too extreme, right? Some people are we're too radical, right?
Yeah, but they're very radical. That's the thing.
I know,
is he going to run on a campaign that everybody against him is radical? Because he's radical. Like if the new Overton window is that Trump is centrism, is normal right, like the right, the center right of the debate, then that is fucked up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it seems pretty comfortable.
Yeah. I mean, we are all back in the spot where it's just like, I mean, you're looking at these
He's
things.
the president. He's a Republican candidate. He's not really an anomaly anymore. People just accept it, right?
Yeah. And
they're rolling into it like regular old presidency, right? They're not trying to be bold. Like the Democrats aren't trying to do anything new. They released a new limited edition screensaver for your phone that said what was it? You could text "boy bye."
Yeah, it says "boy bye." That's what we're saying.
And then it was a screensaver for your phone that said "boy bye" and had Trump's face.
Yeah,
right?
that's what we're saying this year. That's what we're going to be the thing.
Yeah.
That's going to get us all on. It's going to be like "boy bye."
Yeah.
You know, how do you say it? Like boy, or no, boy bye.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
Put it in their face. Tell them "boy bye."
Oh,
bye.
it's the song.
It's
Who's
the Beyonce song.
Oh,
Sorry.
we're using Beyonce song.
It's a Beyonce song, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Here's the fucking. Can I talk about why that annoys me so much? Is that, look, I'm totally fucking fine if they want to run a Beyonce campaign. It's like, whatever. People like Beyonce. It's fine. Okay? But what they're telling us is they have to appeal to these voters that only Joe Biden apparently can appeal to by saying things like, oh, yeah, you know, I used to hang out with segregationists. They never say anything racist to me. It's
right.
Like, I don't think they have to say anything to you.
Right.
Like, I don't think they had their actions were very racist.
What they advocate for is enough.
Yeah. They're like the reason for racist. Like,
I mean, they're pretty good at saying volleyball.
Yeah. Why does he say these things? So anyway,
I mean, he's a uniter. He's just trying to be a uniter. I mean, he's literally one of those guys who's just like, I can be whatever you want. I think everybody's fine. Everybody's okay. Is what he
did promise rich people he wouldn't badmouth them if he won.
Oh, interesting.
The fucking primary. So he's already like, look, I don't hate rich people. I don't even hate racists. I'm very inclusive.
You know what?
I also smell women's hair.
I gotta say, he did. I gotta say the one thing that I did like is that he kind of slipped. He didn't slip, but he kind of revealed how naked he sees things, in that he said that it was going to require like a revolution to get rid of conservatives, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Which I think was one of those things where it's like, I think that was the most honest thing he said so far, is that like he really does understand that like if we don't bully them and go after them and like really revolt against this shit, like we're just gonna have to deal with what he's doing, which is like the handshaking with everybody, compromising, doing a bunch of bullshit, half-assed payoffs, you know.
But he was being a smart aleck, right? When he was saying like, "Oh well, if you want to do a revolution, then do a revolution." But I think we got to do it this way because it's civil,
right?
You know, he was being a smart aleck about it.
But it was the first person that said it out loud that I was just like, close, yeah, it's there. It is. That's where we're at.
Yeah, I think that because they're acting like he's the only one that can appeal to these like fictional, guys that like I guess work in a mine.
Yeah, right.
And like guys
that buy Carhartt clothing from the grocery store,
like Anderson's,
yep,
from like the real store.
They eat ham and cheese sandwiches. They eat 4 ham and cheese sandwiches for lunch. They bring. And they don't bring like a fun sized or snack sized Doritos. They bring just like a full bag of Doritos to eat on the job site all day long. They eat a whole bag every single day, like a family sized bag. And
they smoke Winston's.
And they're just
cigarettes.
like, I mean, is there anybody out there that just will like ogle a woman, like just, that likes boobies, just like an old school guy?
Well, that's who they're acting like he appeals to.
I know.
And then they're fucking
like somebody that has a Snap-on tools calendar in their garage, like Joe Biden does.
And then the campaign's like, boy, bye. And it's like, okay. Like,
right.
This is not congruent here. This doesn't work for me.
It doesn't.
Could you imagine?
Got it. You picked it up easy.
I know. Could you imagine?
Also, that's the greatness of Beyonce. She does it quick.
Yeah, she's good. I'm
easy to pick
not
up.
against Beyonce, dude.
I know.
You could have an Elizabeth Warren campaign that's like, boy, bye, and be sassy and all that stuff. I don't fucking care. You could do it with any of the other people.
I think
But like, if you're lying to me and you're telling me that the people that sit on steel beams when they're building a fucking skyscraper eating out of a metal lunchbox, if we gotta get their votes, hey, freaking, how about the Jets? Like, if we gotta get those votes, boy, bye is not the way to do it. Sure. I don't think.
But Joe Biden is, right?
That's what they say.
A sleaze bag.
I know.
They want a sleaze bag.
He is a sleaze bag. He's sleazy.
Yeah, they want a greaseball guy, a glad hander that tells you what you want to hear and just probably fucks you over, right? I mean, he seems like a guy that rushes in and is like, just takes over the room and you're kind of, it happens to you and then you're like, what was that, Like, who was he? Why was he pulling somebody's shirt down to look at their tattoo,
Yeah. He's a fucking weirdo.
He's a weird guy. He's not what we need. I hate getting caught up in this, but it just sucks that this is the guy we're talking about when he's just so boring. He's a boy bye candidate.
Who is?
Joe Biden.
Joe Biden?
Yeah, I'm sorry, but tell him to his face. Boy, bye. Boy,
yeah,
bye.
Go away. I'm looking for this. Some had been. So here we go. I'm skipping through a lot of the speech, even though it sounds fantastic. Some of it, like I'll just read like this little thing. Egged on by the enthusiastic crowd, Mr. Trump cited a familiar list of grievances during his 76-minute speech. First of all, he doesn't even give speeches.
Fire. That's like a street fight show, man.
It is.
It's a street fight. He knows. We got the same energy. Seriously. If you just like start yelling at people for 76 minutes, they're like really tuned in, but then they do start wavering at some point. Once you get to 80 minutes, they're just like, oh, I got to get another drink. And you're just like, let's fucking cut it off.
I mean, but he is like, in that other way that I like identify with him in a weird way, is that like everything seems so fucking off the cuff with him. It's like he seems like he goes on stage like we do with like, I'm going to talk about this, we're going to talk about this, we're going to talk about this, and then we just go up there and talk about it. I feel like that's how he structures his speeches. But he said, so he railed against the witch hunt conducted against him by the special counsel Robert Mueller and the 18 very angry Democrats who worked with Mr. Mueller. He insisted that Mr. Mueller had cleared him of all wrongdoing in connection to Russia's interference in the election and of obstructing the investigation. And he remained fixated on his 2016 opponent Hillary Clinton and her 33,000 emails, once again prompting chants of lock her up. He's just gonna go out until he has an opponent. He's just gonna go out and just be like, Hillary Clinton, am I right? And then they're gonna chant lock her up, and then he's
doing well. It's for the Democrats to lose at this point,
and he knows how to create. It sucks, right? Because he knows how to create enthusiasm, and that's what we have. That's how you have to be able to create enthusiasm equal or more than his enthusiasm. And I think there are people that could do that, but I don't think they have a realistic chance.
To be honest, though, you have to think about also that there are people that are reluctant to support him for even whatever his behavior, how stupid he sounds. They do watch Fox News all day, which does report to them that, like, job numbers are outrageous. The stock market's doing wonderful. Like, the economy right now is being milked all the way dry.
Yeah.
Like, they've let the reins off to the point that all of that stuff that makes them go wild is really looking fucking good right now. They have plenty of reasons to be engaged and support, and they're going to vote just as much as they did before. They still don't want to have some sort of left-wingy person.
Yeah.
I mean, the goal here really is that, like, the Republicans will always be Republicans forever, and that you have to get more people inspired by your left-wing candidate. It's not going to happen by doing the same old shit. Hillary Clinton. It's not going to happen with Boy Bye. It is going to have to be a monumental, outrageous, ideological thing, like the Bernie Sanders thing. That's the guy that would bring out enough people to crush this fucking thing. That's the only way I see it.
Yeah. I mean, it does feel like it has to be somebody who... they're already. Trump doesn't have to do anything. Trump doesn't have to convince anybody. He has his 34%. He has his majority of a third. A third of us don't vote, and then the other 2/3 go red or blue, and he has his majority of a third. That to get ahead. People are going to just do it because they like Republican people. They love the pro-choice shit that's going on. The economy's rocking and rolling. Like, they're celebrating at their houses and they're praying for more of it. Yeah. I mean, they cut the part out of the story that I wanted to read. It was a conversation with somebody who had actually run, who was at the rally. That was they were a Bernie Sanders supporter in 2016 and voted for Clinton in the main election, and they were talking about how I was really for Bernie, and then I started looking into, and then I started my own business and then I saw that he was going to raise minimum wage, and that was going to make it really hard for me to hire people, so now I'm voting for Trump because he wants to keep taxes low. So it's such like everybody I see for this thing are like this woman in here, a 76-year-old retired business owner, says, I just want to see what he's going to do. I just want to see what Trump's going to do. So it kind of feels like, I don't know, man, the same people are going to go out there for him. So the way to win is to get the people that haven't voted to vote. And I mean, I've already seen it already. I see a lot of left people that can't vote for Joe Biden. That just are like, I can't fucking do it. He's a bad dude that's done a lot of bad shit. That's done a lot of damage to. I mean, look, I'm not going to talk about. I can only talk about it from working class, even middle class and like underclass perspectives. The shit that Joe Biden has done has been really, the bankruptcy stuff really damaged like kind of a way of life that had existed, like a ripcord that you could pull back long. He took that away.
Yeah.
And to take that away seems so fucking heartless.
Yeah.
And mean, and it still exists for these businesses. Still have a fucking parachute. You know what I mean? These businesses can file bankruptcy, and it's fucking fine. And none of these people lose any of their money or anything.
Yeah, and I think for your people that don't want the same old shit, your contrarians like me that look at like a situation of trading back and forth between Bushes and Clintons as some sort of evil reptilian fucking plot against society, like. To have Joe Biden back in the situation is just not what we've had before. Not what we had before. We can't have that. Everybody knows we don't want what we had before.
We don't want a manager.
It's a new direction.
We don't want old school Democrats in there. That I think, and the Republicans figured that out, right? Like they didn't get an old school Republican up there. They picked another guy.
But this is the same thing they did with George W. Bush, though, where George W. Bush took the reins off of all of the financial restrictions, let us set up the hedge fund, the short changing, all of those bank ratings, the loans, and all that stuff, and. It was an incredible 8 years, like on paper, for a lot of people that made money, like for business people, for the extra cash that was going around, for investment, for B2B, for all of that stuff. And then as soon as they leave office, it comes to a crashing fucking halt because nobody can keep it going in good conscience.
No, you can't.
Nobody else wants to be accountable for it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you get rid of regulations on... Like
everything.
The environmental regulations are gone. All of the regulations are just gone. Any financial regulations have been rolled back. They're going to be
paying out fucking cancer lawsuits in a few years for the shit that they're doing right now.
Yeah.
It costs more. It sucks. And these people are just, they're a death cult. They really just are trying to burn up everything in the worst possible way.
Yeah, he's also...
But, like, I'm so disconnected in that I'm not going to be a part of their losing
I don't want
campaign.
to either. Yeah, that's how I feel, too. I don't want to
If you're going to do this, I saw the official Bernie campaign tweeting out that they're getting screwed over. And, like, he's publicly announcing it. That's like the fucking CM Punk pipe bomb.
Yeah.
A fucking, of information. It's like, yeah, I mean, that's what's going on. This is why I'm out of it. This is what I'm not into.
Yeah, I can't vote. I
can't be a part of this.
If the person that is like
the coolest, the ones the most popular, the one that is affecting change, the most active, that people are genuinely interested in, that said they would vote for over Trump. Like, why are we not behind him?
Yeah, and it's just they don't want him because they're afraid of Wall Street?
Because a woman couldn't dress as sloppily as he does.
Yeah. I mean, the Elizabeth Warren thing is always like...
I would take her, too, over Joe Biden, for Christ's sake.
Over Joe Biden.
Joe Biden, my God. I mean, it's so weird that people are talking about that guy. And I'm like...
he can win, too.
There's just... Somebody was posting... Somebody did, like, a cell phone video. They were recording their laptop of back in the day, Joe Biden saying, like, you know what we do? We go after the people running these raves, man.
Oh, I know.
He's like, I shut down those crack houses the same way. We demolished them.
Yeah. The
guy's bragging about it.
Did you see the woman who asked him, what was it?
There's just so many, you know what, boy? There's so many receipts on the motherfucker, right?
Right, yeah. The woman that he pointed at, he was waving his finger at this woman that asked him a question about Anita Hill, I believe. Yeah. And, I mean, he's just doing so much shit. Like, he's saying so much stuff, and he's just, I don't know. It's scary to fucking, I guess it's like, I guess it's scary for me to think, like, God damn it, like, it is scary. There is a weird fear thing in the air with Trump that I don't like. Like, I don't like him there. I just don't know what could happen. I feel like he's unpredictable.
You're not an accelerationist.
Yeah, and I feel like he's unpredictable. And I got a daughter and like a wife, and like I really want him gone. But I don't think that Joe Biden is much of a fucking upgrade. And especially if we're talking about sexism and like misogyny, like he has done some nasty fucking shit to Anita Hill. You know what I mean? And
he's somebody to learn from. I think that there's enough on him. I've seen so many videos, and it's just like, this is exactly what we don't want. This is the kind of piece of shit that we just send up the river. Yeah. He's got enough goddamn money to get out of here. Like, this is someone you should chase out of town. You know, tie him to a horse and then smack it on the ass.
I mean, saying that what did he say? I want to look up the segregationist senators, because he is also the choice of those like twisted fucking he's also the choice of those twisted centrists that are all out there that are like, oh, it's got to be him. He's the only reliable choice. And it's like, he's not. You're fucking gonna lose everybody again. Yeah. You are gonna fucking lose people again.
I don't like talking about it. I'm not into it.
And here he said. Here's what he said.
I honestly don't keep up with it. It's just all tangential.
Yeah. At a New York City fundraiser Tuesday night, Biden told donors he had reached across the aisle throughout his career. I was in a caucus with James O. Eastland, Biden said, according to a poll report. He never called me boy. He always called me son. Well, guess what? At least there was some civility, Biden said, also pointing to a working relationship he forged with Georgia Senator Herman Talmadge, another segregationist Democrat. We got things done. We didn't agree on much of anything, but we got things done. We got it finished. But today you look at the other side, you're the enemy, not the opposition, the enemy. We don't talk to each other anymore. So he's just bragging about how he worked with segregationists, and that's not a problem, and they were never racist to him. And that sucks, dude. It just sucks, because I am right now saying that I don't want Trump to win.
Well, I mean,
you know, I like when he's gone.
I mean, it comes down to, in a way, it's very similar to what we were talking about with the the Stranger Things, with the prank show. In that there's a lot of grown-ups that are there that are, you know, lambasting Trump for what he does, but then not having the same energy when it comes to Joe Biden, and aren't just being honest and saying like, hey, I see a lot of other possibilities here. This guy just sours me. You know, like, there's enough video and evidence. Nobody is speaking up. That people just are... you know, it's just like a marketing campaign. It just comes down to whatever is decided by creative is what they're going to go with, right?
Yep. Yeah.
Whatever the DNC comes up with is what the media is going to report, and that's the story they're going to tell.
That is what we're dealing with. But yeah, I think that's what's going on this week. We did a lot of wife news and we did some election news. So that was great. Good times, Brett.
Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching on the live stream. We do it Wednesdays and Sunday nights. We're going to do it for the rest of the month, and then we're taking a few weeks off in July. We got live shows planned. Look for those announcements coming soon. The next one that's happening is in Columbus, Ohio on June 28th. That's a Friday. Short North Stage. You can get tickets. It's $10. Store.streetfireradio.com. Like I said, I looked up how much the Fugazi $5 ticket, how much that money was today. $11.25 in today's money. So we're under.
Oh shit, we charge less
than Fugazi? We charge less than Fugazi.
You should have to say Fugazi over here. That's good. I do a good.
Please, if you want to support the show, okay, here's what you can do. Support the show. Support an independent artist living in Philadelphia. Raise money for an LGBTQ youth center. And cover your naked body by buying a t-shirt. The Guys, Gals, and Non-Binary Pals t-shirt is available at store.streetfireradio.com. It's $28. It's union printed, American made shirt. The softy soft, combed, ring spun cotton kind. The good motherfucking shit, not some crazy ass bullshit. This isn't like...
This ain't Gildan.
This ain't a fucking Hanes beefy tee.
We ain't doing beefy tees.
No Gildans.
No Gildan.
None of them boxy ass... just as wide as it is long, Gildan shirts.
I like big long shirts. Now, if we're bad mouthing long shirts, then I'm not.
I'm not bad mouthing. I'm just saying when they turn square, when the bottom comes up too high on them.
Brett, I only like long clothes. Those are my favorite clothes. Long shirts, long shorts. I'm wearing these shorts. I thought Brett was going to make fun of me on the show tonight. I cut off a pair of sweatpants and made a pair of long boys. I guess you can't really see it. I'd have to stand up. So I custom some long boys. So that's where I'm at in life now.
Well, you can also find what we do on patreon.com. We have a lot of bonus content. If you want us to help us spread us, that was like a lot of extra syllables in there. If you want to help us spread this mess across the U.S., sign up for a monthly donation over at patreon.com/streetfightradio. We will see you on Sunday later this week. Peace. Oh, someone got their feelings hurt. I doubt that.
No fun.
I know they got their feelings hurt though, so that's fine. That's good. It's funny. That's what I mean. It's engagement, right?
Be fun, people.
It is funny. I was reading that mag. I'm reading that book about.
They didn't make T-shirts.
Oh, they had T-shirts.
Plus, I don't give a shit about.
No, they had T-shirts. They definitely had T-shirts.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not like trying to be Fugazi. So
yeah,
I don't really care.
But yeah, they definitely had T-shirts. But it was funny. I'm reading that band book, and there's a Fugazi band, and they explained kind of briefly their philosophy and what they did their live shows. They were like they only charged $5 per live show. They did all ages shows. And then I was like, well, when was that? It was like 1984 or something, or 87. And I did the math with some online calculator. It was like 11:25, and I was like, oh, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah, I know. Katie said that one of the venues